Hi there, folks, and welcome to another episode of Michael's Backyard Marina. Well, you know, as I grow the channel and develop the channel and do different things, you know, there's some things that people, might say, put this on another channel. It doesn't belong here. Wrong. It's my channel. Everything I do belongs here, right? Well, we've got let's just play with some new stuff this time. This is probably going to be a Friday video release. I'm trying to focus and, keep my Wednesday releases and my Sunday releases all about boats and motors and all that stuff. And occasionally there's just something I just can't not share with my team out there that's watching and subscribing and liking and sharing with all the folks out there and leaving awesome comments, great suggestions, super duper tips on just things in general, and sharing some of their success stories. I love it. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. So a buddy of mine, he's got a channel out there called K6 Outdoors. I'll put it right here. Maybe here. It's going to be on the screen. It's probably right now in front of me, and I didn't even put my hands near it. But don't be afraid to go follow his channel. He hooked me up with something cool. No, he didn't buy it for me. Not a sponsored video. None of this is sponsored. I mean, who would? Who would sponsor this? Come on. But this, you got to see this big DeWalt box here, right? And let's put the part number right here. And I'll see if I can find a link to buy it and give you some information down below in the description. But it's a DXB 12P-QT. That is Derek X-Ray Victor 12 Paul dash Q T. T is in Tom, Q is in quit. I don't know. But he goes, hey, check out this shop vac. And he showed me on his video he did where he put it up against a pop can and it like collapsed it. I'm like, that's pretty impressive. And here's the impressive part. It's supposed to be super quiet. You know, it's a 12-gallon. That's 45 litres for all you other folks, outside of the U.S. in the United States of America. But it's up to 50% quieter and more power. Well, you know me. You guys have been around here long enough to know that I've got a Craftsman shop vac from 1985. 37 years old. I put a new push-pull switch in it about 2 years ago because I had something fall on it. And I'm not one, and you guys have been around me long enough, I don't give up on a tool. I don't give up on a motor. I don't give up on an engine. All my stuff is, let's just say, got a lot of experience. If I own it, it probably has a lot of experience. And I'll rebuild it, and people go, oh, you should have just bought a new one. No, I'm going to fix it if I can. Why not? And I'll share that with you guys. Well, I'm not giving up on the old Craftsman. Let's just bring you down here, and let's just give this old girl a look over, right? Let's just talk about some of the features I still have here. Now, this hose has been replaced once, maybe twice. But I wanted to show you something. This floor sweep thing, I've probably bought 2 or 3 of these over the 37 years I've owned this. One of the things I want to show you is I cut notches right in here. Because when you got this down, hockey style, down against the floor tight, you got to have air come in and stuff to, whoop, let it go, baby. Obviously, push-pull switch, that's, custom. But it's got the, it's still got the, this is not original. Things get wore out over that many years. And recently, I finally got a new air filter for it. Because hard to find air filter for this old buddy anymore. But it still works. It still sucks like a son of a gun. And I still got crevice tools on here. But we're not giving up on it. And the reason I say I'm not giving up on it, it's going to, I got a lower garage, let's call it, that has my table saw in it. And some storage and my chop saw for wood stuff, to keep that dust kind of in another area. And I use this shop vac for like a dust collector a lot of times over the years. So it's going to go over to that part of the marina, and it's going to serve out there, let's just call it the rest of its retirement over there, still doing hard work. Because I don't give up on a tool. until the smoke gets out. Then I try to get the smoke back in and get another, you know, half a life out of it possibly. But anyway, I've had this thing since 1985. It has served me well, and it will continue to serve me well. It was a gift. It was a Christmas gift when I lived in my first apartment, and I had my first woodworking shop in the garage behind the apartment in 1985, and it's still going today. The bench grinder I used over there was another gift from my parents, and it's still, I can't tell you how many motorcycle cases it buffed out back to a high shine, but it has a buffer and a wire wheel, and that's still going. So there again, my stuff has a lot of experience. This thing, I'm going to get the dB meter out, the decibel meter, and we're going to check the noise level between these two. And just this new quiet technology, let's see if it's for real. I'm excited. And then don't run away yet. This isn't just a shop vac. It's not another video about a sucky tool. We're going to put that other thing I took apart in a previous video, and I got the bearings came in. Where are they at? I got bearings. I got like 10 bearings for $13. That's made in China. These are probably made in China. Do they have any name on them? Nope. Part number and stuff like that. That's about it. Don't know where it's made, but good chance it's China. Well, China bearings, China that. You know, keep the water out of that thing and it's still been going. Hear that? Chrome lock nuts. Not chrome, stainless steel lock nuts for the old Mercury. We're gonna pull the lid off the Mercury and see if we can find the the water pump. Nope. The thermostat. That's it, the thermostat. And see if that thing is not doing what it's doing. And there's more. There's more. Stay with me. So we're gonna fix that water pumping, the air pumping thing, blow thing. That was, had the bad bearing. But also this one came in too. This was a 230 CFM 4-inch, sucker blower thing. And we're gonna put this up on there and see if it sucks the smoke out. And it's a lot quieter than that other thing. The other thing does a great job. It's almost too powerful. Now you guys also left some fantastic suggestions out there that said, put a rheostat on it, turn it down. Yep, should have done that maybe. But I went ahead and ordered this, and we're gonna try this, and if this doesn't work, we might go back to that. But I have a feeling the other thing just pulled so much air and so much moisture, it was too powerful. There's a thing that's too powerful when it comes to, something performing like you want it to. And this I got for like $35. Yeah, the bearings were $13. And it also came with hose clampage and more dryer duct hose type stuff. So, well, this video is gonna be fun. Hang in there, and I'm gonna say it now. Somebody's gonna win a hat in this video. You remember when I picked my colors? For the old, it's over here, this camouflage thing. I know you can't see it because it's camouflage. You can see the top part, but you can't see the bottom part. And there's a lot to come on that yet. I'm still working on it. I still got parts coming in for it. Got the water pump kit. Coming to find out on that one, I'll bring it up in that video again, that, this is a 1983 power head. But when you start looking for parts for that gearbox, that is not a 1983 gearbox. That's in the late 70s gearbox that's there, because the water pump has all the parts that show up in the late 70s with a key drive versus a wedge style on the water pump. Anyway, we'll do that video later. It's probably Sunday, next Wednesday, something like that. But this is a Friday video, so let's do Friday things right now. And because somebody's winning that hat, is this thing? There we go. It's crooked. Good enough. But I've got my colors picked out that I'm gonna paint this outboard. I'm going to go ahead and announce a winner, and I'm going to show you the colors I'm going to paint it, but then we'll get to the painting it at another time. But somebody needs to get a hat. You know, that if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. Camouflage hat with the American flag under the bill. That's right. One of you lucky folks out there are going to win this video. Stay tuned. Follow me along. It'll come up in the video. I will not reach out to anybody. You have to go to my description in this video or any one of my other videos, find my email address and email me who you are. And then you and I will go back and forth a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right. Let's open this up and see what it's all about. Oh, let's talk about utility knives. Now, some of you out there say, dude, you need to focus. Okay, that's about all I can focus on one thing. You know, I carry a knife all the time. Pocket knife for years. Clip style for years and all that stuff. But, you know, I'm always cautious about what I'm trying to cut out because I don't want to damage the blade too much. And I don't mind sharpening the blade. That's one of the most relaxing things I can do is put a new edge on a blade. But when you're abusive and you're, you know, hacking into things and, you know, you're going to pry. You're going to pry. As much as you don't want to, unless you've got a $200 pocket knife, you're going to probably pry on it and go, and when the tip pops off, you're going to go, ah! But check this out. Now this one's broken in a little bit, so it moves pretty freely, so I can actually just snap my wrist, and it's open. It's made by Craftsman. I get it at Lowe's, and they're getting sponsored by none of these guys, but I want to share in my knowledge of the stuff I enjoy, and you guys can go out and make your own call on some of this stuff. So they make this Craftsman right here. I like it. It's a folding lock blade utility knife. You can push a button over on this side and whoop. New blade installed. Just that fast. Love it. And it locks. And the blade don't try to go moving it back and forth. The other feature it has, let me close it up so I don't cut myself, is right back here. You push this little thing here. Whoop. A lot of pocket lint in there. Little storage place in there that can hold 3 blades comfortably. 3. And it's actually relatively thin. Now, I've been going to my Lowe's big box store, you know, the lumberyard store. You guys have them, you know what your big box stores are. And they sell Craftsman stuff, and this was a Craftsman. And, you know, I've kind of liked Craftsman's tools my whole life. I know there's a lot better quality when there's Snap-on Mac and, you know, the crazy high-priced stuff. But it's good stuff, don't get me wrong. But you're going to pay through the nose for it. But I've been carrying this one for well over a year now. And I went back to Lowe's. I'm like, hey, you know, with the way the world is today, when I go to want to get another one of these, they're not going to be available. A year later, I go to the Lowe's store. I went on vacation 1,000 miles from here, and everywhere I stop Lowe's, I'm looking for these things. And that's so much fun to do that, you know, just boop. Seems quick, don't it? And I can't find them. They got a new one out. And it's fat. And it doesn't have storage anymore. And it's like it's like half again. I say half again. It's a good 3/16 to 1/4 inch almost thicker. And I like the slim one because I carry this in my pocket. And you guys know, try this one time. You got the clip. If you don't have a belt clip type thing, when you hang it in the edge of your pocket, like I'm doing right now, it feels like there's nothing there. But if you put it down in your pocket and let it be hanging in your pocket, all of a sudden it feels like you're carrying more weight. Weirdest thing, can't explain it. There's some science behind that stuff. But, so I went on to, what's it called? Yep. eBay. And I'm looking anywhere to try to find these knives. Well, I found a guy that was selling the Craftsman, and I thought, that looks very similar. It looks like the same black back that opens up. Does not open up, doesn't have storage. But it does have this cool little button you push on the side, releases it, and you got the spring-loaded boop. It's cool because I can see it show up on my screen here as I do it slightly delayed. Same locking mechanism, but pull back, and doop. So I ordered 3 of them. Paid like $12 a piece because I'm an idiot. No, I'm not. I'm not an idiot. I just play one on TV. But I go back to Lowe's tonight picked this up. We'll get back to that. Don't worry. I haven't lost you yet, have we? They got him again. Same thing. So I did the right thing, and I bought 3 more. Because can a feller have too many knives, utility knives and whatnot? The answer is absolutely not. You can't have too many. And if you say yes, I want you to leave your man card at the door and exit the building now. Yeah, Bill, I'm talking to you. Dang it. Lost another one. So yeah, we went to the Lowe's store and we punched the man card hard. You know, and I always use that man card thing. There's women that can punch the man card or the woman card. I don't care. I'm not saying it's a guy thing only. But, you know, like when my dad and I, we go golfing or we go to the range and go shooting or I fix an outboard or, you know, we just go do some stuff. That's punching the man card. So, and buying tools. So, yeah, this evening, it was pretty cool. And I bought 3 of those knives and I'm like stoked. And then I bought this and I'm like stoked. And I ordered this yesterday and went and picked it up tonight because when my buddy from K6 Outdoors sent me the link that says, hey, over here, and they had 6 left. I'm like, I ain't missing out because I don't know when these will be available again if they're that awesome. So anyway, let's just we got a lot to cover here. Let's stop talking and start doing. I'm cutting it with the old knife because you know I don't give up on tools. Oops, sorry. Get in there. What's going on here? But I see parts were sticking out the side over here. Parts were sticking, I mean, they were a little rough on my box, I think. Oh, smart. First thing I see. See that? They got brushy brushes on here. Nice brushy surface. Might have to order me another one right away while they're still available. But see how they put a gap in it? Yep, you can see that. That's so when you're going back and forth, it's got room for stuff to get in. Awesome. We'll put the old weapon away for a minute. All right, what else we got here? What's this? This looks like something from a bike rack. Woo-wee! I can carry Toto up front when I'm pedaling to town. We'll figure out what that is in a minute. Ugh. Instructions? That's a good way to lose your man card. All right. Back in. What do we got? Big old hand. All right. Yeah, that's not heavy. The weight of it is substantial. It means it's got some thick plastic in it or something. What's left in here? All right. Comes with 2 trumpets. Sweet. We'll bring it back up on the chair here. Let's angle you down a little bit. All right. Let's just look on the outside. Woo, footages. We got footage of cord. I've heard of shop vacs having like a 5-foot cord or a pigtail, and you always got to use a doggone drop cord. This a. Oh yeah. Yeah, this will cover 3/4 the width of the shop. Winner. All right, we'll just, what do we got here? What's this rubber thing for? I don't know. Probably says so in the instructions. Okay, we're gonna open her up. Ooh. This ain't gonna be like Indiana Jones and we open up that thing and all the ghosts come out, is it? All right. Nice. Nice big filter. It's got lock, unlock, lock, unlock. Unlock, what does it do when I unlock it? Oh, that's cool. So it's got some threads in there that look like, let me lock, unlock. So it's got threads, but when you unlock it, they like spread out. And when you lock it, it locks it in. Pretty cool. I like that. Lock. Don't come off. Sweet, let's set that on the ground. Well, I thought I bought a shop vac now and it's full. New hosiery. New hosiery. All right, what do we got here? Ooh. Oh, this has got a, what's this do? Maybe? You know how I'm always dragging my shop vac around and every now and then the hose just kind of hits the floor because the friction that holds it on is no longer available? This swivels all the way too, 360. Snap. All right, is this swivelage? Swivels on both ends. Oh yeah, ooh, we got attachment in a box. Yep. Oh, nice. Okay, let me show you something interesting here. DeWalt's, now, granted, they've made some advancements in shop vac technology in 37 years. They still suck, though. They still suck, though. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. They still suck, though. Okay, let's get back. So let's talk new hotness, old bust. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, Lord help me off the floor! Oh. Lord, let me breathe! Oh, whoo. Anyway, boy, you ever just bang into your funny bone? Yeah. I did. I smashed it hard. But anyway, so you look at the fuzzy thing. Some of the vacuums suck so well it pulls the fuzzy inward. And it blocks some of your... This is... I gotta catch my breath. Oh, this one has, like, it comes up and it has that pleated stuff. You can't even see it. It's got little grooves around it, so the fuzzy stuff can't suck in, but can still... Oh, you got it. You got it right again. DeWalt, you got it right again. Awesome. Okay, let's go. Let's dig deeper. Caster. All right. What does that do? Snap on? Oh, just press fit. Oh, these are nice, no marring casters. Yep, bearings sound good. Go to your home. There you go. Look at this. From the frying pan to the fire. We'll let you sit on your own two wheels. Well, it's wanting to roll right now. All right, what else we got here? A little crevice tool. Floor tool. Another smaller one. Oh, okay, what do we got here? We got two of the same black things, and I see a little package of screws. And a bag. You know, I've never had a shop vac with the bag in it. I've threatened to get one. How does this work? How does the bag do bag things? Do you just shove it over this thing? I hope so. That's what I just did. So I just shoved the bag over that. There's a hole in it. Shoved the bag in it. We're going to put the filter back in it. And then I think the bag's going to catch all my dirt. Pull the bag off. Shop vac stays clean. So when you have to use it for wet stuff, you don't have a whole bunch of debris, otherwise known as debris, in there to rinse out. And then you could probably drink out of it. I wouldn't recommend it. All right, let's put the top back on. Goodness, it's heavy. Let's see, front, back. You know, I want a front facing me. I want to be able to look back and in my rearview mirror here and see the DeWalt's right behind me. God, it's exciting getting new tools. Get the cord out of the way. Locked and loaded. Now, oh boy. It's not obvious. And that's a real problem because this bag, I think, so these has a hole here, right? Oh. Oh. There it is, found it. You guys should stop looking now. There are holes in the body that would leak if we didn't do this anyway. Reverse engines. All right. Stay. There's holes down in here that you put screws in. Wapow! Wapow! And holds this. So let's do that now. Got to open up this screw bag. How am I going to do that? Wapow! Wapow! What? Nope. That didn't cut myself. Just kidding, guys. Goodness, I'm losing my mind out here. Almost had to go to the instructions, but and I'd lose a punch on my man card, and that wouldn't be good. As you know, 10 punches and it's gone forever. Woo! Adhered. Haven't quite figured out why they gave me 8 screws for a 2-screw job. Doesn't make any sense. All right, bear with me. We're getting there. Oh, get there. Not so many ugga-duggas, it's plastic, you fool. All right, so if that goes on there, then what's that? The heater kicked on. It's a little chilly outside, it's like 20-some degrees, so that just goes right and get in there. So that hangs around, hold on, that hangs onto the back of the bucket. Yep, that's cool. And then And then you can throw that in there, I suppose, huh? Yep. That attachment goes in there. That attachment goes in there. Yep. That attachment goes there. You can even, if you do it right, you can probably just stick these right out of there too, can't you? 1 and 2. Get back in here. Well, that ain't awful. Now, I did like my Craftsman because it had the little feedy things where you stuck the stuff around it. I think this will work. I use it most generally with these, you know, locked and loaded. And once you do like this, you're never going to get them apart, so this ain't really going to work very well for me anyway. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's put this back in here. Move your filter aside. Here we go. Cord still wants to get in the action all the time. There we go. Well, there it is. A symbol. Now, it would appear that this handle is such that you could wrap the cord around it and keep it, you know, off the floor when not in use. And it looks to me like, now we got this little rubber doohickey here. That can go on, there we go. And give me some more. Whoop. But that'll, while I'm carrying this out to my boat to vacuum it out, it can, you know, keep it all, because I'm always flopping and dragging around, and the cord's going to be wrapped around here nice and neat, because now I can go up in here and I can just go, yep, there we go, here we go, yep. And all 20 plus feet of this, you know, cord is wrapped up. Goodness, I'm going to get to the end. Yeah, and it's got a little cord keeper. You can just put the plug right over the cord. Goodness, that's not big enough. We might have to get the old knife out, but that's designed to, you know, plug the, nope, that's not going to fit at all. That's okay. Let's get this on the floor where it belongs. Oh, can you guys hear that? I'll guarantee the wheels are 50% quieter. We're going to wait till my heater shuts off, and then we're going to do a sound test. Can you guys hear that? That's on right now. Hear it? Old Shop Vac. What in the heck? Wow, let's get the DB gun out right now. Just the heater running in the background is 56 decibels. That's the sound you're hearing through here in the background. It's 56 decibels. As I'm talking right now, I vary from 75 to 78 to 80 decibels. Just me talking. Now we're going to turn this shop vac on, the old one. And I'm going to hold this where you can see it. $84.6. $84.6, and then this settles back down to 55.4. New DeWalt. $67. My talking is actually more decibels than this shop vac is. Are you kidding me with this? to be fair, I'm going to add this onto it and the end piece like I have on the other one. Are you kidding me? All right. I think I got quieter. Floor sweeping attachment. Just running that across the floor, I can tell it's got some power. Okay, now with all the attachments the same, let me aim you down here and show you what I got going on. Side by side. $55.6. $87.4. About 54.1. $68. Let's call it 68. Wow. That doesn't sound like it would even work. That's impressive. Wow. Pull this back off for a minute. And this has got the same size big hose, right? Okay. Now so far, everything about this new shop vac, even just the 37-year-old casters, new casters, I expect it to be better with new casters. All right. I will sacrifice my body in the name of science and education, and because we got to collect some data here. Is this one better? Now this is a 4.5 horse. What is it? It said on the box. Five and a half horse. 5 horse. You know, they're both wet dry. This is 16 gallon, this is 12 gallon. I actually don't mind this one being a little smaller. It's okay. What? All right, here we go. We're going to do a scientific test to see which one's best. Engage. Engage. Oh my God! This is pretty powerful. I don't feel very good. They both got a lot of power. I'm not faking how I'm talking here. This is really, don't do this at home. I can't breathe. I can't. Okay. That yowzer. I don't hope I have a ring here, because I'm not sure I'm going to have to explain to my wife how I got double face hickeys. That won't be good. That will not end well for me. Okay. Conclusion. Silent versus noisy. Suckage. Yep. They both suck very well. The quiet one is every bit as powerful as my old one. I highly recommend. Now, you guys are probably asking, how much was this guy? Well, let's talk price. With tax out the door, about $149. It's roughly what it was, 47, 49, somewhere in there. Now, I could have bought a brand new 16-gallon Shop Vac Craftsman, and believe you me, it was tempting because 37 years I've been with this old buddy here, and $99. They were on sale today for $99 for the basically the exact thing I have here, same thing I have here, only 37 years newer. Will I get over this today? Woo! Maybe. Cheap liposuction. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So, in conclusion, I highly recommend the DeWalt. And I also highly recommend the 37-year-old Craftsman. You make your choice. I'll leave links in the description for the DeWalt down below. If you follow that link to get to and buy, awesome. I want people to have nice things. And yeah, $150 roughly is a lot to spend on a Shop Vac. But if you do the math, and like I did on this one, and 157, carry the 100, whoop, nope, 100, let's just go 150 divided by 37 years. It costs you about $4 a year. Mind blown. So think of it I don't see why this Shop Vac, if you take care of it like I've taken care of this one, and believe you me, this one's vacuumed out basements, door glass, you name it, it has pulled everything through that hose. It has ran for hours on a table saw, rip cutting to pull chips away. It has ran for hours doing many, many things. It shouldn't be alive today, but it is, because I keep the filter banged out clean, and I don't abuse it. This one is going to get the same treatment, and 37 years from now, I'll do a review on this. So hang with me that long. Like and subscribe, and leave comments down below, and we'll see you in 30 years and see if this Stealth Sonic DeWalt Shop Vac stands up to the test of time. All right, let's put that blower I took apart. It's about time you shut off, you noisy bird. Let's put my blower back together, because you know me, I've got way too much tore apart in this shop. So let's go put that. So let's go gather around the blower I took apart and put that new bearing on the shaft and stick it back together, and let's just check our ears on that, because there's other things I can use the dB meter on. I can go and compare that high powered. This thing's designed to keep a bounce house inflated. That's way more power than I needed. That's like putting, a 727 horsepower, 600 foot-pounds of torque into a Pinto. Chevy Chevette. Nope, not new enough for you. What's a smart car? It's overpowered for the job it's intended to do. So, but it's no reason I don't bring it back, because I may have something in the future, like maybe, paint booth succulage or, something like that in the future, and I'll just hang on to it. We rebuilt it, and we relive it and reuse it. All right, get the bearing in. All right, we didn't spend a lot of time on this taking it apart, but we're going to spend a little more time putting it back together with you. We had this new bearing here. I've got to get it seated, pushed down tight against the snap ring, just like this other side is. And I got a little 5/8. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Maybe this will, because that slides. I can probably get, yep. There we go. There we go. Bottomed out, and oh no. Wasn't supposed to stick there. There we go, it didn't stick. There we go, new bearing. Woo! Nice and quiet. We'll drop this right back down into here again. There we go. We'll put the other cover back on. We're going to clean out a little bit of this dirt and debris. I almost forgot to put this little O-ring back in here. Now we'll put this back on. I think what I'll do is I'll get it close here. There we go. We'll start the screws. This is smart. And there's long ones versus short ones here. And the long ones are going in the front side. And the short ones go in the back side. Don't need to get carried away. Nope. Now that this is kind of lined up with the screws kind of guiding me, we'll snug this down a little bit. There, that feels like that's lining things up pretty good. Now we're going to check for the shaft to spin freely, which it still does. A little bit of a cross pattern here. Oh yeah, spins freely. Let's just plug this in now, because it was pretty noisy before. Just to see how the actual motor itself sounds. That sounds pretty quiet. I got it right next to the mic here. Normal motor noise. Yay. All right. Something else I'm going to test fit again real quick before I bolt it all back in place. This is the big old fan that was on it right here. So I'm going to make sure this will slide on without me having to beat on it too much. Yep, that feels like that's going to go pretty easily. I'm tapping very lightly here because this is pretty fragile, you know, just to not support it or anything. So that feels pretty good. Back here, we can go ahead and put the little fan back on it that was on it. Tappy tap tap, there we go. Looks like it should have had a snap ring. Hey, looks like I've got a snap ring. Boy, how fast we forget. There, that ain't gonna come off. Now we got this part with all these screws here that'll go through all this here. So basically if I get one lined up, they should all line up. Let's just see if that works. I'm gonna go backwards first and then a little bit forwards. There we go. Ugga dugga time. All right. Locked and loaded. Fan time. Now this I'm gonna just do a little. I ain't kidding you, that's hard on my ears. There we go. She went right on down there that time. This has left-hand threads on it. So this will be some old lefty-tighty action here. Now we can stand it up and put this cover back on. Caution, electrically operated product. Bring that right back down to Snuggalicious. One Ugga Dugga should be enough. Now with that all in place, look at that thing. Woo! Doggy. We can put this back together. This had some longer machine screws with nuts behind it. Hey, no leftover parts. Like brand new. All right, let's do another unofficial test. We got the DB gun. Wow, without that furnace running, that furnace was running about 54 when I was over there. Without the furnace in this dead silent shop, it is 32. So we're going to flip this on and see what it goes up to. Right at 86 dB. Now I'm going to plug in my new little one here that we're going to try and hopefully works. It's about 62. If this does the job, that's going to be a lot quieter. The outboard is going to be the thing making all the noise. Awesome. Well, we got two more things ready to go. Plus, this one draws a lot less juice. Not like it's going to show up on the electric bill because they don't run it that often. All right, good news is we Johnson gearbox takedown. We did that on a previous video. Good, good. Clean and paint. Let's see, assemble big, nope. 85 horse gearbox assemble, 85 horse Johnson start. Well, until I find a new gearbox. Yeah, that's done. Can't do that. Huh. Repair exhaust blower started. Finished. Nice. It's nice taking things off your list. Now, as my wife will tell you, I don't do to-do list. I don't have honey-do items. She's awesome that way. But I do have to make lists for myself, you know, to try to keep me on track. And that's a good thing. There we go. What's next? Assemble Big Secret and run Big Secret. Well, the gearbox was on the Big Secret. We can't do that now because the Big Secret is good power head and gearbox. You just can't plan stuff like this. Clean and paint 50 horse gearbox and install water pump. Well, I got a water pump kit for 1983. Everything is identical except for the impeller and the key that drives the impeller. What's in this one is a Woodruff. What came in the kit was a wedge style. And come to find out, to find a kit that actually has the impeller that has the Woodruff key style, I had to go back to like the late 70s on marineengine.com. And to find one, to find a part number to order, I ordered two, just in case. I always like to have, you know, something that doesn't cost a lot, and I'm going to be playing around with outboards, you know, for a couple of more hours of my lifetime. So I buy a couple of pieces here and there, and I hope I can find them when I need them in the future. I'm going to go, I know I had it. I'm in the process of organizing some parts bins and just something just to kind of, you know, so I can find stuff in the future. So clean and paint 50 horsepower gearbox. We're going to leave that one there. And now let's talk about colors. Colors. A lot of you had some really great suggestions on what I should paint the 50 horsepower, 1983 50 horsepower to go on the back of the banana. And the winners are going to be the following. I picked 3 colors. It's going to be a 3-color combo. And some people might think that, oh, that's not going to look that good. You're going to have to, you know, you're not never going to be able to sell that motor. Well, guess what, folks? As long as that motor's making horsepower and running, it's not leaving the banana, and the banana's not leaving me. So it's you know, ladies' choice here, right? So whoever guessed yellow. If you had yellow in your guess, you're in the running for the drawing to be a winner. This is the yellow I picked out. It's called Gloss Sun Yellow Safety Yellow. It's more of a dull, it's bright but yet dull, which kind of goes along with the banana. It might be another shade, but this is one I picked out so far. If any of you said blue, you're in the running for the drawing of the hat. And if any of you said blue, you're in the running for the drawing. If you had blue in your guess and any other color, or yellow in your guess and any other color, now you guys stand a really good chance, about 1 in 50, because most of you left guesses. I had about 50 comments on that video. Let's put this down before I hurt myself. So I'm going to do some two-tone stuff with these 2 blues, because they seem to be kind of complement each other. Something I'm probably going to do, and I'm still working it out in my head, around the top part of the cover, it's going to be like light blue and dark blue, kind of two-tone it, but then it's going to be a big fat yellow stripe around the middle is what I got going in my head on the top of the cowling. And then like on this one here, you can see like right here about this area, be a big fat yellow. And then in that yellow is going to be some black lettering. It's going to be a big shape of a banana, kind of like what I have on the banana, and it says the banana. And in the middle of that big banana, it's going to say 50 bananas. Yep, that's what it's going to be. And it's going to take me some time to get there because I still got to get parts, and I still got some other stuff, and I got, you know. But anyway, let me go choose the winner, and I'll be right back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail to tell you who that is. All right, and the winner of the free hat, and keep in mind, this person needs to go down in my description on any of my videos. You'll see my email address. Let me know that you saw my video and what video it was, and send me an email. I'll reach back to you. We'll communicate, get an address from you, and I'll ship your hat out right away. It's Robert Rab. It's got a little star, asterisk, and then Hudson Hornet. Robert Rab, asterisk, Hudson Hornet. Send me a message, and we'll get that hat out for you. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. I appreciate your comment, and I appreciate what you said. There again, I appreciate all the viewers. You guys all are, I think I have some of the most fantastic fans out there. You guys leave some of the most endearing comments, and it's much appreciated. And it really means a lot to me when those comments, you know, you can tell that the people really, really appreciate what I'm doing, and I love doing this for you guys. This has been a really fun video. We didn't get to see a motor run. This video is getting kind of long, but we did some cool stuff, I feel. And we had a good time. And hopefully you learned something that you didn't know about, some piece of equipment or something that you learned something. I hope you learned something. Come on. We had a couple of good laughs, and we'll, maybe next Friday, for next Friday's video, we do something a little different. But I got, I think, a pretty good episode planned for Sunday coming out after you see this video. So, keep tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so as soon as you drop a video, you get a notification that there's a new video coming out from the RMD Creations lab here at the Backyard Marina. And I'm your host, Michael, and we'll see you on the next video. I hope you guys have a good time. And remember, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And I'm out. Thank you so much for watching.